Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the After the Show podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the After the Show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ gets risque every single day, it's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Yeah, here we are back again. We're going to keep going. That's it. Not enough of us yet, huh? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. On Facebook, on YouTube, your regular old podcast app, we're there.
Social media.
Yeah, that's it. It's changing, different world. It's kind of crazy. You know, I always, every day, probably at least give a couple moments of thought to be like, wow, what is this all going to look like when it is over? And I do hope at some point it is going to be over. But what does the world look like? What is going to be different? We kind of touched on that earlier, where I think that we're going to get in a golden age of delivery, not only just food, but I think products and everything else. I think that commerce is going to look a lot different. And, man, your Amazon is really going to benefit from it. That's why their stock is going through the roof right now.
Yeah, if you had Amazon stock, you were already like, sweet, I'm doing great. And now you're like doing 47% better.
It's crazy. They're just absolutely crushing it.
They are crushing coronavirus.
Yep.
Like, just some people came out of this just flying colors, tripled their business. But then, you know, most of us are like taking a pay cut. Some of us are unemployed. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy how some people are flourishing.
But people who are good business people, they just adapt. And I think Amazon was fortunate. It's almost like if you want to look at somebody suspect for who released coronavirus, maybe it wasn't China after all. It might have been Bezos. I mean, it just, you think about some kind of dastardly like world plan. How devious would that be if it was Jeff Bezos from Amazon that released coronavirus, just also that he could make up his divorce money and rule the world? I'm watching that Bezos guy. I'm watching him.
Funny to speculate on it.
Yeah. That guy,
he's doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to be giving a lot of money to charity. And I know he is, but he needs to do more.
Yeah.
We need to have a monthly update of the millions he's giving. Let's go.
He can't give it away fast enough. Can you imagine that? You're trying to give away your money, like you turn around and be like, oh man, I made another $3 billion.
It's bullshit. It's just complete bullshit.
Tell him, Bird.
That's all I got.
That's it.
That's
I'm
it.
out.
And I'm out.
And I'm out. Nothing else to contribute here today. Yeah, they're saying right now that while the pace of the spread of the disease showed signs of slowing for a third straight day on Monday, national health officials have warned that there could be a second wave. The number of people diagnosed must drop for 14 consecutive days before it's considered safe to end social distancing measures that are key to stopping the spread of the virus.
I am so sick of the news. Aren't you? Aren't you sick of the news?
I'm not.
Really?
I still watch it every night because I feel like I need to know what's going on.
If it means when I'm going to be able to get out and get some stuff that's important to me, yeah, I'm just kind of hoping for that. I want it cut down. There's just too much. I'm like, just give me really quick, because there's something that could impact your entire day that is tucked in there somewhere, but just that's what I want. I don't want all this fluff around it. Just tell me what matters. Like, can I go get my hair cut today? Nope. Okay, cool. Just tell me when I can. I don't want to miss that.
But you can go fishing. I can go fishing and get my hair cut.
What can you do?
But you can't go driving around. But you can go fishing and get your hair cut, but you can't go drive.
It's confusing, yeah. Just let me know exactly what I can do. So they say Palm Beach County is still not meeting the threshold for when restrictions can be lifted. So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer as some of the other states. By this weekend, it looks like they're going to be opening up where you could get haircuts and things like that. We're going to have to wait and see. In South Florida, I know the numbers are running a little bit higher. So we probably, if we got 3 days in a row, we probably got another 11 before they even consider looking at it to start lifting stuff.
Gotcha.
So that's what you're looking at as far as time.
But be prepared. After those 2 weeks, they could say another, it's going to be another week. That's why I'm not even trying to
But as long as it's actual numbers and like the virus is dictating it and not somebody with a political agenda, I think it makes it more legit, right?
No, I'd hope so. I mean, that's just why I am paying attention to it, because I'm trying to, peek through all these political agendas that are out there. Say, look, I care about what's going on with me and my family. So, I don't care what you guys, or if you guys are getting and lining up for a presidential election that's happening, that ain't my deal. I don't care. Just let me know when I get haircut, go to the store, go fishing, do all that kind of stuff.
And when everybody's going to be safe.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get called out sometimes politically about, even if we just play a clip of audio, some people think we're on one side or well, we've been called both sides.
Which is hilarious.
I was called a Democrat and a Republican in the same segment, which I don't even know how the fuck that happened.
I got an email here from Adam from Reading, Pennsylvania. Said, hey, KVJ, just wanted to share some information with you. Yesterday, you had spoken about a study saying the COVID-19 is about as bad as the common flu. What that was, to get specific on that was a study from a researcher at Stanford University. And they had done a larger test, a bigger sample, and they were finding like, holy crap, there's a lot of people that have had the coronavirus. As they're starting to now do that testing to see if you have the antibodies, saying, wait a minute, there's a lot more people than we thought that have had the coronavirus. And then when they readjusted the numbers based on their sample, they said that would lower the death rate and how big of a killer coronavirus is more to where the seasonal flu is what their study had said. If their sample winds up being true for the rest of the country and the world, that would be significant. So we're dealing with a seasonal flu type killer rather than something that is many times greater. And I think at one point, one study I'd read said that, COVID-19 looked like it was 4 times the killer of the seasonal flu. So if you readjust that number, you see where we might start treating this differently, Virginia?
It's just crazy, though, because it feels like it's very indiscriminate. Who gets it, and it just lights out.
It's weird. That part does seem weird.
And then to have the same person, a different person, get the same illness and have 0 symptoms.
Yeah.
So it's either lights out or you don't even know you have it. Like, what the hell is that?
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
And that's what scares me, because we've talked about getting that antibody test. My friends at MD Now just put out a press release. They're going to be having that antibody test very soon. And as soon as they have it, that's where I'm going to get it, because I want to figure out if I'm one of these people that had it and didn't know they had it because I had no symptoms, because I was sick.
Sure, yeah.
Was it that, or was it something else?
That's one of the big questions I even saw last night, where they're asking, okay, who gets first in line to get these tests? DeSantis, our governor, yesterday said that he expects Florida to receive 100,000 tests. But still, when you look at our population, that's still not a lot.
Right.
When you look at each town and county and everything else in the state of Florida, 100,000 is a drop in the bucket.
And the antibody test is different from the COVID active test.
Yeah, antibodies, like, did you have it already?
Right, and one's blood and one's a swab, so it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, need a lot more testing.
Wake me up when Corona ends.
Be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if there'd be a place you could go that would be an escape from it, and then you come back when it is over. But there's no place to go.
No.
It's weird, and it's like a funky headspace, because even when we have like the hurricanes, even if this place is decimated and all messed up, you can drive 100 miles away and still, okay, this is normal life. I can go get a meal in a hotel and go to a restaurant. Like, you can't do that right now. It's a weird, funky headspace.
Crazy days, crazy days.
Crazy days indeed.
Yep. Adam goes on to say, my wife works in the CT department here in Reading, Pennsylvania, and she sees at firsthand the damage the virus causes. People's lungs are filled with white spots, which is the virus attacking the tissue. She has seen the common flu in pictures, and this scares her more than anything. So that's an interesting perspective. Your show has been a staple of my daily routine for about 20 years now. Crazy to think how much time has gone by. Yes, it is. I know, right? So that's the kind of perspective I want to hear.
I like to hear the medical perspective. That, for me, as non-political as we can get it and just medical, that's what I like. Everybody else, shut the fuck up. I don't hear.
You can say fuck.
I don't want to hear it no more.
You're allowed to say the
I
F word.
forget where I am. Am I on the real show
You know
or am I
what?
on the podcast?
Today on the show, I did have a slip up. It was about 10:40 today.
And you thought you were on the podcast?
Kevin was doing the push-ups, and you read a comment like, "Oh, they can kiss my ass." I go, "Wait a minute,
Where am I?
Not that I wouldn't say ass on the air, but
Right.
still, I
Throws your time clock off.
I
doesn't it?
got a
does.
little loose.
We have a weird time clock now. It's just
I'm usually pretty good. I can shut down the bad words on the regular show, but now that we're morphing into that 10 o'clock hour, you might hear me call Virginia a motherfucker.
Could happen.
It could happen.
and she might deserve it.
Let me see here. Got interesting little email from Stacy. She said, I keep seeing all these quarantine house memes on social media, so I made up one for my friends. And try to guess who is whose. Fun little game we're playing. Create your quarantine house. We talked about that on our social media the other day. Like one beverage, one album, one food, one celebrity, one TV show, one game, one luxury fun item. And then you could define it. Like one beverage. Mine's going vodka. One album. We listen to a lot of stuff, so I'm trying to think. Yeah, that doesn't. An album is. I don't even think in terms of albums anymore.
Probably 4 by Huey Lewis in the News for you.
Gosh, yeah, that was about the last time I listened to albums. In that respect,
You like albums, Virginia? I like listening to records.
I like listening to the crackle of a vinyl record. I do. I think it sounds cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually kind of easy. You just take the needle and put on what song you want. I'm a fan of them, but I like old shit.
Rocco destroyed the needle on the record player we had, and then I bought a new needle, and he destroyed that one. So I said, all right, I'm going to wait till this MFer is like 7, because he can't. He just can't help himself. He's got to go over there, and he's like a baby hamburger hands.
yeah, all over it.
I love the sound of a crackling needle, though.
Love the sound of a crackling needle. Love the sound of the air condition. Just turning off. Love that feeling.
Does yours still do that? I remember mine would do that in the 80s, but I don't have that presence now. It's,
Yes, so I have. There's several machines, several appliances at my place that sound like a howling man lives in them, and my air condition sounds like a fucking howling man when it turns on. All right.
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
It's not, but it's just easier. Not.
Hard to sleep. I mean, you already got enough trouble trying to stay asleep.
This is true.
yeah, it seems tough. Yeah, I would put genre over album. And our genre's a little bit mixed. We've been doing, because my daughter has a friend over, and she's from the Sticks in Virginia, and so they like country. So we've been doing a little bit of country. And I went through and I made my best of all-time alternative playlist, Virginia. I was so excited.
Okay.
Yeah. It's probably my favorite genre of all time.
How many songs deep did you go?
It was a playlist that just I would throw anything into, and it was about 1,400, and I trimmed it down to 900. And it's pretty tight for me.
Wow, that is a healthy list.
It will play without repeating a song for 2.5 days. I wish our radio station did.
Dream on, little one.
Yes, that's how I like my music. Yes, let me hear Let me hear this song again in 3 days, and I'll be cool.
A little variety.
Yes, so that's what it is. But yeah, I'm loving that. So I've been playing that. So that would be vodka, alternative music, one food. Yeah, I don't even know on that. Virginia's crawfish.
Crawfish.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I could just live on it for days and days and days.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun.
One TV show, it would be Ozark 3. It's the best that I've had since the quarantine. And help me, what's the name of the lead character or actor?
Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman would be the one celebrity. And one game, it would, I think, now be Rummy that we're playing, card game. And there you go. That's mine. So
Okay.
what did you say for beverage for you, Virginia?
Beverage, I got to go champagne. It's always been my favorite, always will be.
Music genre?
Music genre, I have been really into 90s country on a recent run here. I mean, that could change in a month, but right now, I'm going 90s country.
Your food is crawfish?
Food is crawfish, definitely.
Celebrity? Or TV show. You can do both at the same time if you want.
I like her vibe on Social right now. I'm going Kate Hudson.
Okay. TV show?
Tiger King.
Okay. And one game.
Uno.
Okay. Bird, your list real quick, one beverage?
This is currently correct.
Yeah, this is what's going on
It
right
could
now.
change
Right now,
tomorrow.
Grape Kool-Aid with a sugary grape Kool-Aid.
Okay. Your genre?
Right now, I would probably go with you, like the alternative, but like the softer alternative stuff.
Okay. Your one food?
Pizza, extra sauce, just cheese and extra sauce is my favorite.
Your TV show?
Probably go with The Office. I've been watching it a lot.
Celebrity?
Peace Pilgrim, look her up.
Okay.
She's dead though. Is that okay?
She was walking for peace and got hit by a car. Not peaceful.
Yeah. Tough way to go.
Tough.
And one game. You've been playing some video games.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm sorry, y'all. I love me some Monopoly. I know you guys don't get it. If you get people playing street Monopoly, it is so much fun, and I love me some Risk.
It just takes so long with Monopoly.
No one asked you.
Getting a couple comments about you're asking me about my diet and what I eat and what I eat late at night and stuff like that. And Cesar had an email in response to that. He said, I was listening to the After the Show podcast and I heard Kevin say that he shuts it down after 12 p.m. Then he says if he gets hungry, I'll have like a handful of nuts. I literally laughed out loud. Wow, what a sissy. No wonder he doesn't get anything from the Queen. He's probably like, insert musclehead voice, Queen, I can't have sex right now because I'm about to have an air sandwich. Can't break my routine. Love the witch, Jaybird, no homo, but you're a good-looking guy and funny as hell. Kevin, you're such a bitch. But seriously, thank you guys for what you do. So,
It's tough to hear the compliments and then hear you get torn to shreds.
that's all right.
Motherfuckers are real lippy online these days.
Yeah.
Well, people don't have a lot else to do. So
Oh, I can tell.
opinions are very all over the place.
Kevin, you're a bitch.
Yeah.
People's moods are all over the place.
I hear you.
Gotta spit it out. Danielle in our Facebook chat room. This is kind of interesting. She said, yes, I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that I got stuck in Logan, Ohio the other day. What a shithole. So glad you made it out of there, Kevin. All right. Interesting. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, I should say. Lovely people, but yeah, it's fascinating. Have you ever seen the TV show Schitt's Creek?
I want to get into that
Yes.
show. I almost started on the weekend, but then I ended up watching stuff with Rocco.
It's kind of got the feel of my hometown.
Okay.
If you watch that. So, yeah, a lot of outsiders. But, it's insular. People are in there. You know everybody. It feels like you're actually in one big family, and a lot of people love that type of feel and thing. But, yeah, Schitt's Creek would be a good other name for the town. Not for everybody. I guess including me. That's why I'm not there. But,
Nice place to visit.
It is. I love the people, and I appreciate the place that I grew up, and I would have changed it for nothing. So it's all good. We got Rose here, got a relationship problem. I'll boil it down to this. She's 43, boyfriend 40, both work at Walmart. She makes efforts to see him. He doesn't really make efforts to see her. It really kind of just want to put this note out for Rose, and I think you guys would definitely say the same thing, is it just, you ever see those kind of relationships where somebody is trying and going out of the way and you're clearly putting in a lot more effort than the other person?
Yes.
I don't think those are good relationships to be in.
No. You're going to always feel empty at the end.
Yeah.
It
I
needs
agree.
to be a partnership and an equal contributing thing. If you like them more than they like you, it's not going to end well for you.
And too often, I think people are just so afraid to be alone. And they're like, oh, well, I got a boyfriend, And they will take a lot of that crap just for the fact that they don't have to be like, oh, I'm by myself.
Sometimes the spirit needs to be alone. Try to tame that beast within.
I agree.
It's the truth.
Yes, it is.
If you're sometimes you should not be in a relationship because maybe you're just a little fucked in the head during that time period, right?
Yeah. hopefully you realize it before you get married.
Well, that
and you work it out.
I think that's what happens. People get all lonely and horny and want affection, and they get married to somebody they don't really like, and then they're 5 years in, they go, shit, I can't stand her, or I can't stand that dick.
If you are looking for love, though, Rose, maybe you need to try this instead. We need to start getting people to send in for our virtual hookup or hang up. We're looking for men and women, singles. All we need is we'd like to have a photo, your age, description, and interests. And then what we'll do is we'll pick out one person on a Thursday. You'll talk about yourself. And then we'll see if we get any suitors for you. People would be interested in doing a virtual hookup with you, meaning you just, chat over the weekend, either on Zoom or FaceTime. And then we'll check back in with you on Monday to find out how it went. It's a pretty simple concept. So we're just going to be doing the hooking up with you. And even Jaybird said he would throw his name here for a couple virtual hookups.
Okay.
So for all these people who are like, when's Jaybird going to do a bachelor auction or put himself out there? Well, he's put himself out there for this. So,
Well, we need material.
Yeah.
We added an hour to this
Maybe
show.
even suits too. So, we got the two bachelors here on the show.
I had an idea that I would talk to somebody. I talked to different people each night, but they had a mask on. I couldn't see them completely, and I had to just kind of base it on their personality and their conversation. Is that too risky?
No, I think that could be exciting.
Yeah, that'd be a nice little wrinkle to it.
And then you pick the one that you hit it off with the most, and then you reveal what they look like.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for fun.
I like it.
All right, you can get in that chat room too. Stir some shit up.
I like it a lot.
But we got to have participants to do it.
Yeah, nobody's signing up yet.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. mail@kvjshow.com. And one other thing is we're very soon going to bring back Snore Wars. If you've got somebody in your quarantine house that snores really loud, get us audio or video of them and then mail it to us, email it to us, mail@kvjshow.com, and we'll start taking submissions for that. Maybe next week we'll start off with the Snore Wars and we put championship snores up against each other.
Then the month after, we're going to do Whore Wars.
No, that would be fun, huh? That's a great idea.
Do you know a real slut?
Yeah.
I think that bit would go through the roof.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Mail@kvjshow.com, mail@kvjshow.com. It's kind of an answer to a question we had earlier. How do pets feel about this time where you're home, and do they like it? Are they like weirded out? Are you getting on their nerves? Because they had the place to themselves in the full run and it was quiet.
It's actually probably better for me that this is going down because Chewy's special needs, and it seems like every month he kind of loses a slight step. So he needs somebody kind of there with him. And it's actually worked out great for me and him.
Yeah, I bet. There is one vet in Colorado that believes that when it comes to your dogs, at least, or your pets even, that you've kind of disrupted their routine, and it might stress them out a little bit because, they're creatures of habit where they would know that you kind of tend to walk out of the house at a certain time every single day, and then they would, probably lick their butt and then, take a 5-hour nap and then get up and eat and then, lick their privates again and then
lick their butt, then lick your toothbrush.
Right.
You don't know what they do.
Yeah, no, you're right.
You're right. How do I know when I leave? Chewy just has a risky business in there. Just puts the music on. Puts one of my shirts on.
That's why the movie Secret Life of Pets is so adorable because it really explores that whole concept, and I love that movie.
Yeah, he says he thinks that pets are rattled right now because he's seeing them eating more foreign objects during the coronavirus outbreak.
Huh.
They'll eat stuff like toys, kids' toys, their toys, cloth material, marijuana. They said it's led to a 215% increase in surgical cases at their hospital to remove the items.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some dogs that really eat a lot of weird shit, man.
Yeah, and he thinks that us being around is actually kind of maybe I guess they're just stressed out. I think they're just confused. They're just like, what the hell is going on? Because they just don't get it.
I bet the animals out in the wilderness, out in the wild, they are loving this shit. They're like, this is awesome, man. Fuck these humans.
They are, yeah. There was the video that I saw yesterday was a kangaroo hopping through a very big Australian city. I didn't see what city it was, but it was one that would look like a version of our Chicago.
Okay. Maybe Sydney.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe.
Melbourne, I'm not sure. But yeah, it was
Those are
crazy.
two cities we know.
These are the only two cities we know.
Melbourne
And we're tapped
Sydney.
out.
Do you know-
Christchurch. I don't know if that's Australia or if that's New Zealand.
Are you making stuff up?
No.
Is that real?
Christchurch, yeah. I believe. Maybe I did just make it up.
Fiddle Pond.
Fiddle Pond.
Fiddle Pond, Australia.
Yes.
Oh, Christchurch is New Zealand.
Gibby Snook.
Gibby Snook. I'd play that game with you all day, by the way.
That is bad that I only know two Australian cities, Sydney, Melbourne.
And Titty Pinch. Look up that one.
Oh, okay. Brisbane.
Clitsville.
As with any game, we've made it dirty.
Yeah. And Perth.
I know none of those.
I've heard Brisbane and Perth, and that's it. They have one called Hobart. Huh. Okay. Well, there you go. It's one of those towns.
I'm that same way with states. There's states where I'm like, okay, one town, one city, and that's it.
Yeah, the Dakotas.
Could you name 2 towns in South Dakota? Could you name one?
Sioux City.
Okay, he's showing off.
Bismarck's North Dakota. Sioux City, South Dakota.
We get it. You travel. We go.
Rapid City. No.
Rapid City is
Gibby Snook.
Maybe that's Iowa.
Clitsville.
No, Rapid City, South Dakota. Okay. I got 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, you start to, even if you have those, you start
I'm
to
out.
you got nothing. I couldn't even name those.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. How dumb are you? Let's play.
I say we play without people listening.
Let me see here. We got a message for you. Tell Virginia she needs to watch 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. Okay.
Yeah,
You heard of that? What is
I've
that?
heard of this show. I've heard it's wildly entertaining. I gotta jump in. There's quite a few of them. That Too Hot to Handle and 90 Day Fiance both sound like fun, crazy, mindless. But it's hard for me because, I gotta balance being a mom too. Like when I look at something and it says it's got like 4 seasons, I'm like, oh,
Every time
Yeah.
you say too hot to handle, what do you think I want to do?
too cold to hold.
You call the Ghostbusters and you're
In control. Wow, that's old. Bobby Brown.
Every time you said that.
What's the name of that song?
The Ghostbuster Jam?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. Cold to hold?
I'm trying to. It's like Bobby Brown. I love that song. It's one of those songs that's got like a title that doesn't make sense.
Gibby Snook?
Clitsville?
Clitsville, yeah.
That's the name of it.
All right, I'll stop saying that. I know I got to be turning somebody off.
I don't know. You might be turning them on. I venture to say more on than off because we have a bunch of little dirty monkeys out there.
On our own.
On our own.
Yeah.
Own, okay.
Different than on my own. So many times.
Said it was forever.
Is it Friday? I feel like it's Friday.
I know.
No,
We're all like
it's
punch drunk.
Tuesday.
That's what happens going 2 days till 11 a.m. And you're like,
It's Tuesday, and I don't know if I can make
I
it.
think I'm already burned out for the week.
I
So
know.
many times.
Oh my gosh, we have 3 fucking days, 3 full days left.
I know. It's maybe too much. This might have been the worst idea ever.
We got to tap out, coach.
Yeah.
2
days in, they quit.
Well, then we did a podcast after. Like, Bird, enough of you on a microphone.
Well, talking about your pets. Apparently, one pet, a cat here, is actually loving the added quarantine time.
Yeah, because it recognizes that, holy shit, there's a witch. Cats
Yeah.
love witches.
It's a black cat. That's
Yeah.
in my cut.
It is, you're right. And it's attracted to you doing the dirt of the day. That's what Lindsay said here.
Meow, 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 meow. meow,
Black
meow,
cat.
meow.
Look at Virginia now. Looks like she's falling asleep during her own dirt. What happened? Did you put yourself asleep?
I stopped her in the dirt.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
That's not boding well for adding a fourth dirt.
I don't think the fourth is going to happen.
If I can't even stay awake.
Yeah. How about that? All right.
Oh, that's funny.
I love the photos. Keep them coming. Thank you all for tuning in. And if you're talking about some food action, make sure you're checking out Bud's Chicken and Seafood, 6 locations they have got in Palm Beach County. All right, I feel like we've done enough. Yes.
We've probably done too much.
We've done too much. Thank you guys for being here, though. We're back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. We're going to be on the radio till 11 a.m. Then the After the Show podcast starts on Facebook and YouTube at 11. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.